What's good, fight fans? This is Ashley's Corner. And man, mm-mm-mm. Erickson Lubin. Now, I was going to make a video about him, just about him, because I like him so much. But I'm more than sure that people already know exactly who Erickson is, so I didn't. But Lubin's supposed to be fighting Jermell Charlo, the one with the WBC belt at 154 pounds. Jermell with an E. um, but it's not finalized yet, but it's supposed to happen on September 30th. I think it's going to happen. But when you look at the rankings and who's the champ, who got the belts right now, Erickson is indeed the mandatory. He's in the number one slot to fight Jermell Charlo for the WBC belt. I only showed that because some people were acting like he just called him out the blue. No, it's his time to fight for that belt. But these damn brothers, boy. I had to mix. These motherfuckers know they look exactly alike and only got one letter difference in their name. It's Jermell and Jamal. I mean, come on. Y'all motherfuckers should not be fighting in the same weight class. Like, alright, I can tell them apart from the tattoos when their shirt is off, okay? Or the haircut or the hairstyle. But when it comes to other people making videos about them, you don't know if they wrote the right name, if they're talking about the right person. So I had to do a lot of double checking. But I think I got the right one. Jermell Charlo is the one that's always sparring my man EJ. And he's the one who knocked what's his name, Hatley, knocked him, slammed the fuck out. I think that was his last fight. I watched that fight. I like Jermell, okay? I like Jermell Charlo a lot. He's a very sound fighter, and he's rounded. Like, he does everything very well. He doesn't do anything bad, you know? I think his defense could need work. He needs, like, a little bit more head movement. You know, because he stays with that high guard when you know somebody's punching at him, but that's about it. But I'm definitely not going to count out my man Erickson. I fucks with him. I like his style. You know, he reminds me of Earl Spence a lot. I know some people say that, but that's saying a lot coming from me because Earl Spence is my favorite fighter, and he fights like him, just, you know, at a, one division higher, as far as weight class. But, I mean, I can't wait for this fight. I know it's going to happen, and I know that because, I mean, Jermell only had the belt for a year. I think he got it September or something like that last year, but he only had the belt for a year. But it doesn't seem like he's trying to make an effort to unify. Like, he hasn't called out anybody else that has a belt. You know? This guy right here, Erickson's calling out everybody. He already gives me the big feeling that the good feeling that he's going to unify. If he does get any belt, he's going to try to unify with somebody. And that's always a good thing when you're talking about these young, hungry fighters. But as far as the fight's concerned, Erickson says that he knows Jermell is bigger than him, but, you just got to cut down that tree. You got to chop down that tree. And, I feel him, saying that I think they pretty much the same size, Honestly, Jermell probably got a little more thickness to him, but that's about it. And he also says that he is ready and he will fight anybody that has a title. That's what makes, puts a smile on my face. I don't think either one of these fighters been knocked down ever in their career, which makes it also a good thing to watch. He says nobody impresses him at 154 pounds. It's just him. That's how, Lubin's looking at the whole situation. But his name is Erickson the Hammer Lubin. His right hand is Jack Hammer and his left hand is Sledgehammer. I think that's pretty funny. It's cool though. I fucks with it because he does have hands. That's why ain't no way you can count him out. He says he likes setting people up. He likes setting fighters up for a trap and then countering, and he does it very well. You could tell that is what he's doing. But Just like, this is the beginning of his career. He turned pro at 18. He's 21 right now and it's 3 years in fighting. The people that he's beating right now, he's supposed to beat. You supposed to be winning your first 2 years of your career. It's not like you're really fighting top quality fighters in that division. So he's supposed to be knocking these boys out. And that's what he's doing. Unlike, some fighters lose, they'll lose one or two of their first 10 fights, or they'll go the distance with a bunch of bums. That ain't him. And the people he fighting aren't real bums. Like, they don't have a bunch of losses like everybody else in their first 10, 15 fights. He really fights good competition, but there's still competition that he's supposed to be knocking out. But Erickson Lubin is 18-0. He has 13 knockouts, 72% knockout rating. He is 21. He's still a baby. He's 5'9.5". But this is all on BoxRec. When I did the Wikipedia, he is 5'11". So I believe the 5'11" more than I believe the 5'9.5", because I seen him and EJ standing next to each other, and he was a little taller than Spence. So he probably is 5'11". But he has a 74.5-inch reach, and that's pretty far. He is a southpaw, and he's fought only for 70 rounds. Jermell, on the other hand, is 29-0, 14 KOs, and a 48% knockout rating. He's 27 years old. He's 5'11" also, with 187 rounds under his belt. And his reach is at 73 inches right now. So when it comes to people saying that Jermell is bigger than him, they're kind of the same size. They're the same height. Lubin got the reach by 1.5 inches. He's the younger one, but he has a bigger knockout rating. But at the same time, Jermell has fought 11 more fighters than Lubin. So I think it's going to be a good fight, and you definitely cannot count Erickson out of this fight. Somebody is really going to get hurt. They're going to get fucked up in this. I think the chins will be tested, both of them. All right. I know Charlo's gonna get hit. All right, he will get fucking hit. All right, that high guard is not gonna block every goddamn thing. He gonna get hit, and Erickson is gonna get hit too. Now, I know Jermell can take a shot or two. I don't know about any hard ones, but just like I said, Erickson has been fighting people that's not up to his quality as far as a fighter. They're not as good as he is. So everybody that he got hit by, up till now, ain't shit when you're talking about Charlo. Charlo hits, pretty fucking hard too. Like, both of these chins are gonna get tested. I think this is gonna be an ugly one, y'all. It's gonna be very fun to watch, but it's gonna be a very technical fight. There's gonna be some clean ass hits being thrown. All right. And as of right now, I do not know who's going to win this fight, but I am definitely not counting out Lubin. I'm not counting that soldier out. I'm not counting him out at all. But other than that, on the same fight card, we have Austin Trout is supposed to be fighting Jarrett Hurd. Jarrett Hurd is the IBF champion, so this is another title fight. Now, when you talk about Jarrett Hurd, man, he's a sound fighter too. He has nice power. His record is 20-0, 14 knockouts, 70% knockout rating. He's 26 years old with a reach of 76.5, and he's 6'1". He's a very big guy. Okay, he's a very big guy, and he is fighting number 11 on the IBF list of mandatory fighters, okay? Not number 1, not number 3, not number 5, not in the top 10, but number 11, Austin Trout. So you already know I'm going with Hurd. All right, Trout's been knocked down so many goddamn times in his career. I'm not saying he's a bad fighter. I'm just saying he's one of the older fighters, and I think his prime is slowly fading. Slowly but surely, probably at the end of that fade. All right, but yeah, I mean, he's a good fighter, but I don't think he's gonna be hurt. No way, no how. When you're fighting a guy that has power, and the person you're fighting has a problem with power, like Austin, Austin falls a lot, okay? He falls a lot. I'm not saying he get knocked out. He get knocked out a lot. I'm just saying he hits the mat a lot. All right, and he will definitely be doing that when he fights Hurd. Even if Hurd doesn't knock out Austin, he will lose on the scorecards. That's what I'm saying. So I already know Hurd is gonna win this fight. But you guys, let me know what you think about both of these fights. Give me your prediction. Always like and subscribe to the channel.